Hey everyone, coming to you from an undisclosed location somewhere in the northeastern United States. And if you could hear that behind me, that was someone doing a little bit of work on espresso because I'm in a coffee shop, and it made me think a little bit about something I wanted to talk to us about in this YouTube short, trying to keep my voice quiet so as not to disrupt people, which is kind of the point of the short a little bit, because it has to do with doing work in public as opposed to doing work at home. More specifically, what place do you choose to do your work? This is obviously a question that gets lots of different answers. I talked with a number of people when I was at conferences over the last couple of months about where they do their writing and how they prefer it. There are some people who want absolute dead silence all the time. They want to be able to be quiet and not have anything bother them. They don't even necessarily want dogs or cats or pets or anything. They just want to be in a room working away on their keyboard quietly without anyone disturbing them. That's one approach. I know other people who need to be in a place with a bunch of noise, the sound of espresso, the sound of cars driving outside. They need some kind of movement and energy around them to be able to do what they do. For me, it varies a little bit, but I have to admit that if I'm given a choice between totally being on my own or being in a coffee shop with handy-dandy headphones with me, I'm probably going to choose that. Why? Well, writing, first of all, is a solitary activity. We already know that, right? You spend a lot of time on your own trying to work things out on your own without anybody else to help you, until later on you get beta readers, you get editors and things like that. But that's a later part of the process. The early part of the process, there's no real way to skip past I have to wrestle with aspects of my own soul, right? So it's a lonely activity. Having people around you can help that. But I think there's something else, and that has to do with the humanity of the whole place. I've talked a lot about humanity in a lot of my recent shorts, but I think that's really true to what I'm talking about with writing as well here. Because having people around you, even if they are engaged in 100 different activities and 100 different things, those people are not ultimately, those people are part of the entire process of who you're writing for, in a way. And feeling human beings around you, having human beings around you doing different things, even if they're not involved in writing, even if they're talking to each other and doing nothing whatsoever having to do with any writing that you would ever do, just having them around, for me anyway, is comforting, inspiring, human, authentic, and it's someplace that I like to be, even if it means that I have to get an overpriced, coffee or tea, although I'm at a local place, not a Starbucks here. And even if it means that I'm doing work and sort of sitting there trying to drown out the not hot music on the top, just having people around is really helpful to me. What works for you is something you have to figure out yourself. But whatever you choose, you should be intentional about your writing process and where you actually do it. Just a few thoughts. Thanks as always. I'll see you folks later in the week.